Hey, so the chat is working. That is great. Okay, do y'all hear me? My audio? You hear echo, okay. Hey, everybody. Great to see everybody. Little piece, you hear a buzz, okay. See the screen fine. Hey, Steve. Luke, do you have any idea where a buzz would be coming from? Echo was on your end, okay. Hey, Connie. Daniel, I don't know what happened to Scammer Slammer. This is just a test stream, no baiting. Sounds like a soft machine gun. I've always wanted a machine gun. Tell me if this, by chance, does anything. Did that, by chance, quieten down anything? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Hey, John. That's better, okay. Hey, Malta. Okay, that was my camera making that buzz. And I'm knocking things over. Hey, Laurie. Okay, I'm going to plug this back in, and y'all tell me if you still hear if the buzz comes back. Okay, it's plugged in. Hey, West Haven. Did the buzz come back? No noise. Okay, so that took care of the noise. Hello, Danny. Ah, geez. Y'all bear with me just a second. This is just a test stream. No scam baiting, but y'all talk, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to try to get someone else on here. Hey, Carl. I'm calling a technician. Yes, is this tech support?
Yes, can I help you, sir?
Yes, sir. I think some kind of a scamming bastard got in my computer and I need some help.
Scamming bastards. You know what you need? You
What?
need somebody to spin with settings.
Somebody good with set. Well, yeah. And you know, I happen to know a guy that's pretty good with that stuff.
I know a guy, too. He's down south, but he's pretty sharp for being down there.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Wenja?
Oh, laying on the couch watching TV. What are you doing?
Well, I'm doing a test stream. If you'd like to join in, actually, you're a part of it now. You just don't realize it.
Oh, wait a minute. I get royalties off this since
Yeah, since YouTube took your money away.
Yeah. Let me go sign in. Wait a minute.
All right. I figured you were laying down, taking a nap, or one of the two.
No, I wasn't taking a nap. I was watching TV. You know, I did lose an hour of sleep last night, though, so it kind of fucked me up.
Oh, yeah. Watch your language. We're on the air.
Oh, sorry. Nobody else heard me swear before?
I'm just kidding. Well, when'd you tell everybody hello while you're getting your computer on?
Everybody, let me sign on here to the G-Man's channel and see what the hell he's talking about. G-Man Live, okay.
And then you go to that little chat window and type something in there, and we'll see you. Put your glasses on.
Okay. Play something. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He did it.
I managed it.
Well, Jack, he's on here. You can tell him yourself now.
Can they hear me?
Well, yeah, I've got you on the phone and on speaker at my microphone, so they're hearing you on the phone.
I don't have to type. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all because I can't type that fast answers, just
Sherry asked who is Wenja. She's not familiar with you, Wenja. How lucky she is.
Check out my channel there, Sherry.
Sherry, it's Wenja92. I hate to say it, but he's a good scam baiter, and him and Joe Scambait were the first two scam baiters that I ever heard. So check him out. He's got a good channel. Hey, Tricky Scam Baiter.
How many people we got here? Let's see.
It says 26 from what I'm seeing.
26 people on a Sunday night have nothing else to do but to listen to you.
Hey, when you rock, you rock. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah. When you got it, you got it. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
Okay, Wenja, I just got you another sub. Sherry just subbed to you, so.
Thank you, Sherry. Every sub is appreciated, even though I don't get any money for it.
Well, Wenja, you want to stay on the phone, or do you want
I'll
to?
stay on the phone. I don't want to start typing. That's definitely not me.
Okay.
Like
Well,
I go and watch everybody else's, like Luke and Joe and all those guys. I watch them, but I never type anything because then all the people say hello to me, and I can't type back fast enough. By the time I get hello typed in, 600 people said hello, so I just get behind, and so I don't even say nothing when I'm watching them.
okay, but you're seeing the chat. If somebody has a question for you, you'll see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it. As long as they ever got to type an answer, I'm fine.
Okay, so y'all heard that. And there's Luke. Luke, my man. I guess we still on tomorrow, Luke, right?
Luke, I stole the 11E4 from. Hi, Vicky. I see ya. You gonna call anybody, or what are you gonna do? Or
No.
is this just a test?
No, this is just a test. Check out the stream.
Well, we could. Who could we call? We could call.
I done called you and tried to pull one on you, and
Call McDonald's or something. We'll order something.
McDonald's and order something.
Let's order pizza and have it sent to Little Piece's house.
Oh boy, did you hear that little piece? I wonder if she would pay for them.
Well, she probably would have to. I mean, I'll see the rest of it.
Okay, do y'all want to see the intro I'm going to use on my first live stream? I'll show it to you. Here it is right here.
Hi folks, this is Jay Stevens. I used to share the airwaves with G-Man at the AM Powerhouse WAC 96. We had some great times back in the day goofing on and off the air, so it's great to hear him back on the mic slaying the scammers. Now, let's listen in while he punks yet another scumbag.
That is Jay Stevens, friend of mine that I worked with in radio many years ago, and we still keep in touch, and he was gracious enough to do that promo for me. Hello, Carissa, and anybody else that might have came in the last minute or so that I didn't see. I'm glad you're here, even though this is not a scam baiting. This is just a test session, more or less. I've got Wenja on the phone. I think, Wenja, you still there? Okay, all right. Hello, Wackaloo. ACO or A Company, whichever that is, ACO. Malta, I will put out a video announcing when my first stream will be. There's still a few more things I've got to get figured out. But I should get that figured out the first of this week, and hopefully I can do a stream maybe this week sometime or over the weekend. But I will put out a video to let you know when.
But too early because I fall asleep early.
Yeah, I was hesitant to call you, Wenja.
Well, I would be too. After all, you're calling above the Mason-Dixon line at this hour tonight. Could be considered a terrorist threat.
Luke says, are you doing a face reveal or just voice? Geez, I don't know, Luke. I've got a camera.
Did you get one?
Yeah, I got one. I hadn't talked to you since then, have I? Yeah, I got one the other evening. You know, I told you I thought I might go over there and get one. I did, and got a Logitech. It was, I think, $89, but it came with a tripod.
Holy shit, you spent more than $10?
Yeah. Jack Elliott, G-Man has a face for radio. You got that right, Jack. That's why I did radio. Oh, me. Tell you what, just for fun, everybody say what state you're in. But if you don't want to say, you don't have to. I'm in central North Carolina here. G-Man is.
I'm in upstate New York.
Wenja's in upstate New York. Let's see. Texas, Pennsylvania, Canada, New York.
Yeah, that's right across the lake from me.
Yeah, and Wackaloo's in New York there with you, Wenja.
Yeah.
Georgia, Carl, we're almost neighbors. Darla Dawkins, I like that show too. Ontario, Louisiana, Alabama, lots of the South, Indiana, El Cajon, California.
Diana's from San Antonio. Isn't that where they drop all the cars and cocaine off?
Hey, Diana, great to see you, girl. How are you? Yeah, Wenja, that's we've almost got everybody here from that road trip we were on, Wenja, when you got drunk and put the box on your head.
Yeah.
And
that was me.
And you left the cocaine in the car.
Forgot the cocaine.
Rochester, UK. Hey, Polestar, great to see ya. Didn't see you till just now. Great to see you always. Polestar's been one of my original subscribers from back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
And
Polestar was an early subscriber to me too.
yeah, and Polestar, this is Wenja on the phone, just in case you didn't catch it. I don't know.
One thing you say about Polestar, they got perseverance.
That's right.
Put up with us.
That's right. That's right, Diana. That's where Wenja got me in trouble. He left cocaine in the car down there in Texas and got me and Little Piece and Joe Scambait and all kinds. Pierce from Knockle. Okay, Pierce, we will tell you each and everything. Just mash down your Windows key and the letter R as in Romeo. Darla, I'm originally from California, raised in Pensacola, lived in Vegas, retired in Alabama. Well, we're almost neighbors too, Darla.
I would have stayed in Las Vegas.
Sandy Martin, South Wales, Australia, land down under. Jack Elliott, I was one of Winja's first subs. He knew me as Troy Hightower.
Troy Hightower, yes. Hi, Troy. How are you?
He goes by Jack Elliott now, Winja. Beefy Jerky, G-Man, well, I had to shoot the buyer because they was shortchanging me on the coke. Good job, Beefy. Jetta, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Hello, Jetta. Jetta's always around in a lot of streams and videos. And little piece, I was in Hawaii in the 80s. Never been to Hawaii, but always wanted to go. Jonathan, hello, Jonathan. How you doing? We're just doing a test stream, not doing any baiting. It's probably wouldn't get no scammers on a Sunday night.
Ted Marshall.
Yeah, wish we could get Ted. Oh, geez, Winja, if I knew how to play that video and bring it into the stream, I would do it. But that's one thing I've got to get with Joe on is how to do that. That's my all-time favorite video of yours. And I tell you what, with your permission, I will play that in a stream, Winja, once I get going.
Somebody might as well make money off it. I can't.
And just so everybody will know, you still have not heard nothing from YouTube, have you?
No, not a thing. It's under review.
Yeah.
Of course, if they told me what the hell I did, I could fix it, but I don't know what I did, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey Tribbiano's probably off today. Of course, seems like every time I call, I get him.
Jeffrey's a religious guy. He takes Sundays off.
Yeah, okay. He asked for forgiveness for all those crimes he's committed. Oh, me. Oops, I heard that noise.
What is it?
You'll know here in a second. Let's see. Hey, Winja, I got a message here for you, okay?
Okay.
लड़ मांझा जो तेरी बहन के चांटा खींचूंगा चूत के जुड़ेगी वाला तेरी माँ को जो चूतिए तेरी बहन के काले से मेरा लड़ मांझा जो रंडी वाला तेरी बहन के बोल रहा लड़ मांझा जो चूत मारी के जुड़ा तेरी बहन चुदवाती मारा चो रंडे मारा जो चूतिए तेरी बहन को इंडियन तेरी माँ चुदवाने गया मारा तेरी बहन चुदवाने गया लौड़ा इधर तेरी बहन को चूत तेरी माँ को उधर तेरी माँ चुदवाने गया रंडी वाला चूत मारी के
Oh, me. I'm just testing out a few sound bites too. Did that come across okay, guys? You guys in the chat room? Not you, Winja.
I don't know if the other guys did.
Let's see. Yep, they heard it. Hello, Nostalgic Productions. How in the world are you? Great to see ya. Geez, here comes.
你还好吗？工作还顺利吗？
Everybody remembers Ling Lu.
今天我的老板找我谈话了。
I know,
你
sweetie.
想知道谈话的内容吗？
I know.
我来讲给你听吧。
You want to talk to Winja?
他说啊，
Yeah.
像我这么大的时候，他手下已经管了30多个人了。
Who's a hoe? She said somebody was a hoe.
而且有一次上班，他居然晕倒在公车上，还要坚持去工作。
I know.
太可怕了。
I know. I'll take you out
什
for
么时
Oriental
候
food
我
when
才
we
能变成那样
get
子
off the
啊？
air here.
简直是工作狂嘛！
I know.
而且更夸张的是，他说每次一到公司，他的病全好了，而且一到公司就开心。你说
Okay, somebody wanted to hear the car horn. There you go. Uh-oh. I hear somebody.
Did you hear Polly?
I hear Polly. Jonathan. That was Polly, Jonathan. Anybody got any questions? We'll make...
I know. I think I figured out pretty much.
What other baiters do you listen to? Vicky's asking me that. Vicky, I listen to Winja, of course, Joe Scambait, Little Piece, all of them, really. I try to watch videos from all of them. And
I listen to them, Ma, because that's where I steal my ideas from.
but I do. I try to watch a little bit of everybody. Can you play the Bencho's song? Nostalgic, I don't have that one set up. I don't think. Let me check. If I do, I'll play one or two verses, but not the whole thing because it is a little long. Oh, yeah, let's see. I got it. Here you go.
The song is dedicated to all the Benchos. चांद सितारा बोले बैंचो नदी के किनारा बोले बैंचो बोलो बच्चे सारे बोलो बैंचो
Yes, Steve, that is my bride.
सारे बोलो ग्रैप वाले सारे बोलो पैड़ा वाले सारे बोलो बैंचो बैंचो
Hey, one more verse.
फोटो वाले बोलो बैंचो मुर्गी अंडा छोड़ो गड्ढा बैंचो जॉकी पॉकी रॉकी बोले बैंचो गाड़ी बोले मेरी कोयल टीपी रोए मेरी कोयल पीछे पीछे बिलाया बैंचो
Okay, and Nostalgic on my channel, I have a, if you like that song, I have a video. It's a ways back in my stash, but I have a video to the Benchode song that I put together a while back. So you may want to look at that if you like the song. Still there, Winja?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right.
I'm reading what everybody's saying.
Don't let Romina or your girlfriend know about this other bride. Oh, the goat? Okay, Terry, I won't. I promise I won't. Somebody else asked me a question, but I forgot what it was, so if you want to ask it again. Hi from Tennessee. Hey, Catherine, what part of Tennessee? I love Tennessee. I've been to Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville. Went across the whole state, actually. I've got relatives that live in Knoxville. G-Man is the only 10 I see. Well, thank you, Luke. Get your eyes checked, man. Of course, after tomorrow, Luke, you might like me a whole lot better than you do now. That's just a hint for something that's going to be happening. And if I knew how to I was trying to think. I can't think and talk at the same time. Upper East outside Johnson City. Okay, Catherine, I know exactly where that is. No, I was trying.
I used Johnson City once in one of my videos. Came up on the generator.
Do what now, Winja?
Johnson City. I was in Johnson City on one of my videos. It came up on the generator.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool. G-Man, your bride is beautiful. My goat bride, yeah. And Steve, I think you are the Steve that sent that to me. I'm not going to say the last name, but I think you're the one that sent it to me. Sent me a bunch of pictures of good goats. What generator said you were in Johnson City? I don't know what you're saying.
The name generator when I
Oh, yeah, the fake name. Okay.
Yeah, one of the fake ones.
I got you. I got you. I'm a little bit slow getting on the train. Sometimes the train leaves the station and I'm not on it, but I catch up.
Well, you've probably been working all day on this, so I can see where you'd be tired.
Yeah.
The background's working good, though. Everything's looks good on there.
Yeah. I was able to get that put together and get that working. Okay, Bobby, I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Any other questions from anybody? Yes, this is a test stream. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. There's no scam baiting tonight.
I got to try this when you make some calls.
Yeah. Vicky, how long have you been doing this? Vicky, I think I've been scam baiting for about 1.5 years. Flight, how far you live from me? Let's see, Flight, you're Reedsville, I believe. Is that right? If you are, I'm about 20 miles from Charlotte, so I can't think exactly where Reedsville is. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry says she can't wait for my live calls. I appreciate that, Sherry. I really do. Catherine Wagner wants to know, am I married? Catherine, I tried it twice and I wasn't good neither time at it. So, no, I'm not. I'm divorced. Karen Hall greets G-Man. Hey, Karen, great to see you. No, Flight, I am south of Charlotte.
Oh, Steve wants to know if it's past my bedtime. Yes, Steve, it is.
That's right, Flight 666. I'm married to the goats. I spend so much time in the goat house.
Good morning in Sydney.
Sydney, Australia. Hello, Stan. Great to see you. Darla, you tried 3 times and won't do it again. I don't blame you, girl. I never say never, but I don't see it again. Winja, Little Piece has a question there for you.
Polly sleeps in the cage. I got a blanket I put over her at night, and she's quiet as could be.
John M., you sound like Roy D. Mercer. Yeah, I get that a lot. And also a lot of people think that me and Winja are the same person, still to this day. And but we're not.
I got a comment the other day on my video. It said, "Great video, G-Man." I just said thank you. It's easier than trying to explain. Yeah, I'm here, Flight.
Yeah, Flight, this is him on the phone. Wackaloo, G-Man, your premiere was awesome. Also love it when you did the call with Winja. Yeah, it's always fun to work with Winja. And that last premiere, I really enjoyed that one. a lot of work went into that one, not just from me, but from a whole team of people. Myself, Wenja, Little Piece, Joe Scambay, Terry Moore. A lot of people helped out with that one. And I will be doing another one. I am in the planning stages of doing another one, but it takes a while to get one of those put together. It really does.
Poor Luke. He drank so much Friday he couldn't drink yesterday.
See, Diana just said when she first started listening, she thought Wenja and myself was the same person. But here we are. I'm live on the stream and Wenja's on the phone. So.
Yep, I'm on the phone.
Wenja, how is Sally Sue this evening?
Sally Sue is playing poker on the tablet.
Ah, well, you tell her everybody says hello.
Everybody said hello there, Sally Sue.
Everybody in the chat, tell Wenja's beautiful bride, Sally Sue, a big hello.
John B thought we were the same person, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Lassie's got her own bed. She's asleep already. Cousin Eddie, he's laying down with Lassie.
Oh, geez. I don't know if that's good or not.
Wow, they just friends.
It's Wenja in North Carolina and G-Man in South Carolina. No, Jonathan, G-Man, me, I am in North Carolina, and Wenja, he said it earlier, he is in upstate New York. I remember the video we did, Wenja, a while back, where I was Cousin Eddie, and I fell out of the chair.
Yeah.
Sally Sue had to help me up. Which is the better Carolina? Well, Stan, I say North Carolina. Because if God wasn't partial to North Carolina, then why's the sky Carolina blue? That's the way I see it. And y'all probably going to attack me for that. It's better than where Wenja lives, has the snow blow 6 feet of snow every day.
I started them out today. It went up as high as 36.
36. Well, let's see. It got up to 70 here today, and it's supposed to be 72 tomorrow.
Wow, good for you.
I'm going to sit out on my porch, my short sleeve shirt.
Hope you a sunburn.
I will think about it. I will think about you. Well, that's true, Darla. I like Alabama, too. Carl, I can tell the difference between G-Man and Wenja. Wenja is the cranky one.
Carl, yeah, you got me figured out.
It didn't take him long, did it? Oh, jeez.
Darla hadn't turned the AC on. I won't have to turn the AC on here until August.
I'll have to turn mine on in probably a couple more weeks. Malta, I'm sure Wenja and I will be doing some collabs when I start live streaming because, like I said earlier, him and Joe were the first two scam baiters I ever listened to. And so therefore, him and Joe will be one of my first guests or whatever you want to call it you have on live streams. I'm even trying to get Wenja to eat grits and liver mush, but
I can't go for that.
Don't knock it till you try it. Thank you, Gino. We appreciate that. Wenja does too, and Joe does too. Sherry, Luke, and Joe were my first. Well, Sherry, that's kind of personal, but if you want to put it out there, okay. And, Little Piece, you've been around a while. Who was first scam baiter you listened to? Do you remember? Sarah popped my cherry. Music is a rainbow. Well, we can see Little Piece is not shy. Oh, me. But I tell you, I've been into it for about a year and a half, and I have met some great friends that we keep in touch with, and I talk with daily on account of this scam baiting. That would be Wenja, Little Piece, Terry Moore, Joe Scambait, Luke. We and I'll go ahead and say it because it's been said in chats before. If it hadn't, I wouldn't mention it. But we scam baiters, we have a chat room on Skype that we all belong to, and we all chat in there and exchange ideas, bounce ideas off each other, whatnot, and just stay in touch with each other. We have our own community. How many belong to our group, Luke? 25 maybe, something like that. Little Piece, do you know? Catherine, Luke Dog was my first. Geez, Luke, you get around. Luke, I don't know if I want to go out with you now or not. Hint, hint. That's another hint for something upcoming. Jetta, Joe Scambait was my first, but no cherry. But I'll tell y'all a little story about Wenja. Wenja, you're awake, right?
Yeah, I'm still awake.
I'm going to tell them a little story about you, okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Wenja was telling me one time during one of our phone calls that this has been a long time ago. When he was young, he went out on a date with this girl up somewhere up there in upstate New York. And said he took her to a movie, and they went out to eat dinner, and, you know, did what teenagers do. He asked her, you know, you mind, can we just park for a few minutes and just sit and talk? And, you know, yeah, you know where that sit and just talking goes to. And she said, sure, that would be fine. And Wenja said before long they started kissing and necking a little bit, and Wenja said she looked, and Wenja said, you got to realize I'd never been on a date before or out with a girl. And said she looked at me and said, Wenja, would you like to go a little bit further? And he said, I sat there a second, looked at her and said, well, sure. So he cranked the car up and pulled on down the road a little bit further, and he started kissing her again. And she said, Wenja, let's go a little further. So Wenja cranked the car up, moved a little further down the road. Yeah, lo and behold, Wenja got pulled over again, and she reached down and she unzipped his britches, and I'm trying to clean this up so the family can listen. And they messed around a little bit, and she looked down and she said, Wenja, you want me to put it in? And Wenja said, yeah, because if I go home with it hanging out, my dad will whoop my ass. I might need to mute my phone for the comment I'm going to get from Wenja.
I thought it was funny. You never told me before. You never told me that happened to me.
I wanted to catch you and surprise you. We got 36 watching a test stream. Little
That's pretty
piece,
good.
little piece. I know. I agree with you on that emoji. Okay, Wenja, if you want to say something on me, you can. I'll let you.
I haven't got nothing bad to say about anyone. You know me.
Well, when I'm on the phone with you, you sure do.
Well, yeah, well, you're a mope. I mean, I can't help that, but I don't want these people to know that.
Oh, Carissa, sorry about that. Nine-year-old. I remember when mine was 9. Luke, what's the weather in Oregon today? Who loves Rundy's flight? Me? I do flirt with them some. I've got the videos to prove it.
You do.
Just yesterday, huh, G-Man? That's right, Terry. Oh, Winja does. Okay. Yeah, Winja's latest video, him and the Rundy exchanged quite a few words.
I think she liked me.
Oh, Winja, I like the one you did. I don't know, two or three videos back where the miscalculation and finally the scammer.
yeah,
Oh, sir,
yeah.
you are confusing me. Little white balls are falling out of the sky. Whose balls? Polestar, I realize America is huge, but do you scam baiters ever get together? No, Polestar, because we're so spread out all over the country, but a couple...
It will be quite a convention.
Yeah, a couple of us have talked about having a convention at some point in time. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know, but I would love to meet everyone.
As long as you have it at a casino, I'll come.
Yeah, we'll have to have it at a casino for Winja to be there. Gee, someone lost their balls at Little Pieces. Whoever balls they are, go get them.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke says he will be meeting some. He lives near Captain Corrosive and will be near Little Piece soon. Cool. How close are you to Captain, Luke? I didn't know y'all were close. Stan, guys, I love your accents. I guess he's talking about me and you, Winja.
Well, I guess he's talking about mine. Definitely not yours.
Luke, same city, basically 12. Oh, geez, man, y'all should have already met. Or, I don't know, she may have just moved or you may have just moved. I don't know. Let's see, Sherry, there are lots of us in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Now, Sherry, where did you say you were? I'm sorry. I read so many off there a while ago. They're all running together.
Where's Windsor? Upstate New York, right where I've been all my life, Terry.
Jonathan says he likes Billy Bob Jr.'s accent.
Billy Bob, yeah, I haven't heard from him. I don't know what he's up to.
Okay, Sherry, Maryland. Okay, well, we're not that, me and you're not that far apart. Shannon Little Piece will be one of my guests in a live stream soon to come. Catherine, I'm 100% Southern. I am too, Catherine. Can you tell from my voice? Little piece. I hear G. Never. I won't even read that little piece. Jeez. I try not to sound Southern, but it's hard not to.
Paul Star's going to be here for 7 weeks.
Well, hey, Lisa, Oath of God, Lisa, great to see you. One of my subs that always comments on everything I do. Great to see you, Lisa. I hope all is good with you. This is just a test stream. No scam baiting, but we're having fun. I've got Winja on the phone.
Hi, Lisa. Hello.
Stay Southern, G-Man. You got it, Lisa. I plan on it. Little piece.
Ain't got much of a choice.
You're going to take this down, yeah? Oh. Carl has a Southern accent, he says. Winja did pass through North Carolina one time, several years ago, but long before I knew him, or before either one of us was doing scam baiting. Scott, G-Man, you sound like you're from South Carolina. Well, you're close, Scott. How about North Carolina?
Oh, there's Joe.
There's Joe. Hey, Joe. Welcome, man. No scam baiting, just live stream. I'm testing out what you taught me, but I still need about 10 or 15 minutes of your time one day whenever you've got the time. No hurry.
You should charge him by the hour, Joe.
I've got Winja on the phone, Joe. Winja's too lazy to get up and go to his computer, so I've got him on the phone.
I'm watching. I'm sitting at the computer.
I'm just kidding. Southern Ohio.
An hour for Joe.
Yeah, Lisa, I once did a tech support skit, and I said I was from Southern India, so... Uh-oh, Flight wants Joe to charge me with the EFTPS cards. He might do that, Flight. Don't give him no ideas.
Well, you can buy them right down at Rakesh's store.
Yeah, that's right. I can go get them from Rakesh down there at the corner 7-Eleven. Ain't that right, Rakesh? And I can get some Slimmin' Jimmins.
Pickle in a bag.
And a pickle in a bag and a grape Slurpee. A carrot Slurpee, right, little feast? Carrot Slurpee. Joe, I'll sell the Coke to pay the taxes. If anybody on here that is a scam baiter that wants to promote your channel, go right ahead. I don't care. How come people fall for this IRS scam? Well, Stan, I think a lot of it, they target the elderly, the weak. They threaten them with jail time. And... you know, it sounds crazy to us that people do fall for it, but they do, because if they didn't, the scam would not be going on. Unfortunately, they do. We got 40 watching. Geez, I don't get this good viewers on my videos.
Well, you're actually doing something.
Oh, me. Sherry, I hate to hear that. Sherry said her 70-year-old mom
Yeah,
fell
sure.
for the Microsoft scam. That's sorry to hear that, Sherry. I do videos here and there telling about people that have been scammed. If you would ever want to do that, let me know. I'd be glad to listen to the story. G-Man, have you run into any scammers that were not from India? Yes, I have, Scott. And Winja has too. Winja has a video.
One was Piedmont something, bill collectors, and another one was Ted Marshall. I don't know what the hell he worked for.
The Ted Marshall. And the Ted Marshall one, if you'll go to Winja's channel, that is a funny video. It's one of my all-time favorite videos. Winja, do you know the exact name of that off the top of your head?
I can look quick.
Can you put the link to it in the chat?
I might be able to.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if I have that ability with my.
Hey, Christopher. Great to see you here. Yeah, Luke's going to be interviewing Joe Scambait tomorrow at 1:30 Pacific time on Luke's live stream.
What the hell time is it here?
What time's that in Winja's world? Well, wait a minute. That's my world too, isn't it, Winja?
Yeah.
I think Luke is an hour behind us. Is that right, Luke? Joe Scambait, what's 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and drives women wild? $100 bill. That's right, Joe. Oh, 4:30 my time, just like I said, Winja.
Okay. 4:30. Okay.
Yeah, that was what I said, so I knew. All right, Jack, I appreciate you dropping by. I knew that little piece. I said 4:30 all along. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But Luke will be interviewing Joe. And I thought in probably my first live stream since Luke has done all these interviews, I asked Luke the other day, we were talking, if he would let me interview him, and he said he would. So that will be coming up in my stream, if Luke's still up for it. But it's a... Go ahead, Winja.
I'm still looking for this goofy Ted Marshall asshole.
But Luke, I tell you what, when I interview you, I will use my radio voice. Just the same one I'm using right now. G-Man Scam Patrol live with Luke's Doghouse on G-Man Radio. What about it, Luke? What's a porn star's favorite drink? A 7-Up inside. Yes, Chris, Jeffrey Triviano was on my last video. I think it was my last one. I've got Jeffrey a dozen times. Of course, all scam baiters have. Jeffrey gets around, indeed. He's the head something, all right. What do you call an artist with a brown purpose? Joe's on fire tonight. Hey, Anita J. Hey, Edwin. Great to see you. There's the link for the Ted Marshall video from Winja. And if you've never seen, don't leave my stream to watch Winja. I'll never allow that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But when my stream is through, nah, I'm just kidding. Do watch that video. That is a funny video. I got to warn you, though, there is language in it, so you might not want the kids to be around. Just like for any Winja video.
Yeah, you're all shocked there's bad language in it because it's for me.
Like that lady that left you the comment that day, you showed me something about the language, and you said, well, geez, lady, look at whose video you're watching. You know, that goes along with it. Little piece, if I have you as a guest in a stream, will you sing for us? Tanya. Winja can sing.
I do a little Johnny Cash if I really want.
Let's see. G-Man, when did you start scam baiting and why? Tanya's asking that. Tanya, I started about 1.5 years ago. I started watching YouTube videos, and Winja and Joe Scambait were the first two I watched. And I was sitting around one day, and I said, I think I could do that. Because...
G-Man said, if these two guys can do it, I certainly can pull it off.
And I'm going to answer Diane's question right here. But Tanya, I used to work in radio, and scam baiting is kind of like working in radio. And I said, you know, I think I can do that. I can come up with a funny thing every once in a while. So I just started doing it and been doing it ever since. And Diana, that answered your question too. Yes, I did work in radio. In the early 80s, I worked in radio altogether for about 6 years. Worked at a AM rock top 40 rock station. And still got some cassette tapes of me on the radio. Do what, Winja?
Scammer Slammer's here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Scammer Slammer. What's up, man? We're not doing no baiting. I'm just doing a test stream. Just seeing if I've got this live streaming thing down. Thank you, Terry. John B., good night. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, working in radio was the most fun job of my life, and I couldn't believe I actually got paid to do it. That was a great job. I loved every minute of it. Even got to meet several celebrities. Sammy Johns, if y'all remember the song Chevy Van from back in the 70s. Sammy lived right here within a couple miles of me, and I got to meet Sammy several times. Kool and the Gang, met Kool and the Gang. They were big back then. Several more. Geez, I've been so long ago. Some of them I'm sure I've forgot because that was before the days of the internet. Carissa P., good night. Good night, Carissa. Thanks for dropping by. Which song's that, Joe? The Chevy Van? Hey, Amy, great to see you. How you doing? Yes, Joe, that is a great song. And but yeah, he lived right here within a couple miles from me, and he actually died here too. He died in 2013. He hung out at a music shop here in Gastonia, a guitar store. He would drop by often and play the guitars, and if you were lucky enough to be in there, you would get about a 2-hour show from him. And of course, he would always close it out with Chevy Van. Rubber Biscuit. Yes, Christopher, that is a great song. I love Rubber Biscuit. I've used that as a sound effect in some of my videos. G-Man sounds just like the guy that sings Who Put the Feather on the Snow. Well, thank you. Thank you, I think, Scammer Slammer. Good night, Catherine. Good night, everyone. G-Man, if you want wife number 3, I'm available. Okay, I'll send you an application, Catherine. I appreciate it. Time for my 9-year-old's homework. Okay, Carissa. Geez, if I was in your shoes, he would have to teach me. My son, luckily, is out of school because he used to try to get me to help him with his homework, and I would look at it right away and go, geez, this is not going to be good. I know you're not, Slammer. I know you're not. All is good. Joe, I was lucky enough to see the real Spinal Tap. Hey, I hear you, Joe. I hear you. They indeed were a great group from back in that time era. They really were. Now, I'll tell you somebody I was lucky to see in concert, and I've probably said this before, I consider myself extremely lucky, and this was before I was in the radio. I was lucky enough to see Elvis 2 times. And the first time I seen him was before all the problems started. He was still great. Second time I seen him, he wasn't doing good at all, but still good show. Mr. Scambate, how are you? Great to see you. Just doing a test stream. It was only going to be for 5 minutes, but it's turned into an hour and 2 minutes. I've got Winge on the phone, or at least he was. He's been quiet for a few minutes. Okay, he's there.
I'm just listening to you talk. You're doing all the talking, man.
Okay. Well, hey, Lisa. Geez, we were talking about you. Where you been?
She's been here. They said hello to her earlier.
Well, she said she'd been gone for a few minutes. She had came back.
Oh, okay. Well, then I didn't miss her.
Tanya,
At least I didn't miss.
Tanya, G-Man and Winja, have you sent a scammer on a safari? Have we done that, Winja?
Not yet.
I don't think so. I say I don't remember if we have, but I don't think so. But you never know. Winja Scammer Slammer says, hi, how are you?
Oh, hi, Slammer. How you doing, buddy?
And Lisa says hello.
Lisa, hello?
Now, Winja, you can't be...
Anita, there's Anita from Florida. She's from my time.
Now, Winja, you...
She saw the Beatles and Bobby Sherman. Now, that's from my time.
Oh, now, I like the Beatles. I'm still a big McCartney fan. Now, Winja, you've got to quit taking my women. All these women telling you hello.
I know it, see?
Maybe some of that will rub off on me. Some of that northern charm.
Another charm.
Let's see. Luke's Doghouse. I have seen Pink Floyd and Stones. Oh, Luke, man, that's great. I would love to see Stones. Saw Michael.
I saw Molly Hatchet once.
Cool. Molly Hatchet, they're good. Who was the best, Luke, Stones or Pink? Sherry saw Michael Jackson when she was a kid. Amazing. Yes, he was, Sherry. Carl Carlson, Southern Charm is the best. That's right, Carl. Uh-oh, Lisa. Winja nabbed me first. Love you both. Ah, jeez. Just my luck. Luke, Pink Floyd was the best. Did you see the Wall Tour, or which one was it, Luke? Little Piece saw ZZ Top. Cool. Great band.
Joe saw Roy Orbison 3 weeks before he died.
Jeez. Was it a good show, Joe? I imagine it was. Sherry, New Kids on the Block. Never saw them, Sherry. But back when I was in radio, I got to go to a lot of concerts. This was back in the early 80s. Journey, REO Speedwagon, Styx, Foreigner, AC/DC. Geez, lots of them. That's just the ones that are at the top of my head. Christopher says he always liked my version of Mr. Scam Man in the tune of Mr. Sandman. Yeah, thanks, Christopher. I had fun doing that one. I might have to pull that one out one day and play it. Little piece. I didn't hold a carrot to your Amy, awesome. Thank you, Amy. If it's me you're talking about, I appreciate it. Oh, Chang, I don't know, Kuyang, Chang, getting the shakes, missing your uploads. He always leaves the best comments on my videos, and I appreciate it. I've got stuff coming, Kuyang, just hang in there. And I know I'm slaughtering your name, I'm sorry. Right after the Traveling Wilburys, G-Man, okay. Mistress, I've seen the Grateful Dead. Yes, I've seen the Grateful Dead too, Mistress. That's right, Terry, she did. Oh, there's the tomato. A little piece, if you go do it right. Put 2 tomatoes up there.
It's West Haven.
Yeah, she was here earlier. Hello, West
okay.
Haven. Mystery, did you dance with tie-dye tapestry? Sherry, Guns, Metallica, and Fade No More. Front row like earlier. Cool, Sherry. That's great. Eagles and Neil Diamond, Terry Moore. I would have loved to seen either one of those. I'm a big Neil.
First favors is about when you talk. See, you're doing all the talking.
Let When'd You Talk, Jill. Okay, When'd You Talk?
I don't have much to say. You're doing all the talking. You're the big radio star. I mean, I'm just some mope from upstate New York.
You jump in anytime. You're always welcome to. Joe Cocker. Oh, I'm sure. I bet he was good. I like him, Joe Cocker. You like him, Winja?
Yes, very much.
Joan Jett is from Maryland. Yes, I do believe she is, Flight, now that you said that. Aerosmith. I've seen Aerosmith. Thanks, West Haven, for reminding me of that. Steven Tyler is awesome.
Amy's webcam. Who's on the line? It's me, Wenja, Amy.
Queen Senior. Video killed the radio star. I remember that one, little piece. Anita says she wants a kiss so bad. Oh, she wants to see Kiss so bad. Okay, sorry. Donna Sumner. Is she still alive? I believe she is, isn't she? Stan, what about Iron Maiden? Well, me personally, I've never seen Iron Maiden. I like some of their music, but I've never seen them live. Luke, I kind of saw Aerosmith. A girl grabbed me and took me home during the second song. Oh, yeah, Leonard Skinner, Pole Star, one of the South's greatest musical acts. I guess the only other bigger act than Leonard Skinner would have been Elvis from the South. Neil Young from Amy. Kisses from Terry. Thank you, Terry. Donna Sumner died a few years. I was thinking she did, but I wasn't sure. I hear you, Slammer. Goodbye, Jonathan. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Flight, a big Maiden fan. Stan, what are your favorite movies? Who are you asking, Stan? Cheap Trick.
You, because I can't remember any.
Cheap Trick, Nelson and House of Lords. Oh yeah, I remember Cheap Trick well. Kuyang Chang, will you and Wenja ever do a face reveal? I'll let Wenja answer for herself.
I may someday.
He may someday. As far as G-Man, I may very soon. My earbuds are making a noise. Are y'all hearing that, or is it just me?
Just you.
Oh,
It's in your head.
you're right. It is in my head.
Lisa, the Jerk. Yeah, that movie, I like that movie.
No, but I do have a camera, and I am considering doing a face reveal during my live streams, so just stay tuned for it. We will see. Wendy, are you listening to me on the phone or on the computer?
No, on the phone. You called me on the phone.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if maybe you had the phone muted and you were listening through the computer.
How could I talk to you? Come on.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on. You know this technical stuff.
Okay. You guys listening on the web, do y'all hear the crackling noise that I'm hearing in my earbuds or not? It's probably just my earbuds. Okay, thank you, Tanya. Anita, I got a great name for a character, but just nervous to start, plus a bit busy. What kind of character? Sherry hears crackling. Flight hears it. Okay. Let me move my mic. Okay, that stopped it for me.
Well, Scammer figured it out.
Yeah. Well, hey, Scammer knew exactly what I was doing. I quit doing that and it quit. So. No more crackling here. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I'll probably do a face reveal before too long, so. Yeah, right, Terry. Oh, but I have to say, Terry has seen me before. I'm trying to think who on here has seen me. Terry has, Wenja has, Little Piece. I think maybe Joe. I can't remember if Joe has seen me or not. Her name is Ethelene Scummer. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Anita. Okay, Joe, I couldn't remember if you had or not.
Nope, Joe's lucky.
Well, it will probably happen soon, Diana. Just hang in there. More people have seen you than realize it. Yes, Little Piece, that is true. And I was fixing to bring that up. If any of you here are Stephen King fans, you know that in his movies, he appears. You may not know where and you may not know when. But I'll give you a hint. I have appeared in some of my videos. How old is GMA? Is that me, Amy? G-Man, is that? I am old enough to know better, but too young to resist. No, I am 57 years old. 57 going on 25 is what I always say. And Anita J, one of them, it is pretty much in your face. Right, little piece? But I'm not going to give it away. Yeah, Stephen King would be a... Geez, if we only knew what went on inside his mind. Same way with Wenja.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder myself.
Well, that's okay, Sherry. We'll look at you in your jammies and no makeup with your cat. That's all right.
It's the same way I am.
Yeah, we're just the same way. Have you ever seen The Mist? Slammer, I have not. Ashamed to say, but I have not. Kuyang Chang, the animation you had of you and Wenja, was that close? You talking about the one in my premiere? Not really. That was just some random pictures off the internet. Or I don't know, Wenja. Did you think that looked like you? You remember? Yeah, it kind of did. Because I have seen Wenja. I mean, I'll tell you that I have seen Wenja, and I did try to find one that favored him, but I mean, it's not identical to him. And I tried to find one that favored me, but mine really don't favor me, I don't think. This started out being a 5-minute stream, and we're at 1 hour and 18 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Wenja with the box on his head when Wenja and myself, Little Piece, and Joe Scambait went on the road trip to California with the cocaine, and Wenja left the coke in the car and got drunk and put the beer box on his head. Amy, is there a real pic of you on your videos? Yes, Amy, several videos. I do appear in several of them. Well, thank you, D. Vincent. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. You're right, Chang. Wenja was the only one left laying around, left all 22 pounds of it in the car, and then Social Security found it. Jeez. Yeah, and Little Piece got a new tattoo somewhere along the way. And then we had the picture made of all three of us holding Little Piece. She was laying long ways and we were holding her. Joe, you need to drive down here and have lunch with me one day this week. Maybe we could meet Winja about halfway.
Has to be closer to more than halfway for me. Not driving all that way.
Who are you referring to, Amy? I'm guessing me since we're in my stream, but I don't know that for sure. John Wright, G-Man, what's the longest you've had a scammer on the phone? John, I have one on the phone. Now, I always edit this out, but I had one on the phone one day for an hour and a half. When hey, Marie, great to see you, sweetie. Great to see you over there across the ocean. Glad you're here. This is just a test stream. No scam baiting, but we're just having fun talking. But getting back to that question, I kept him on the phone for about an hour and a half, and I kept running into road construction. Let's see, a train. I had to stop for a train. Then I had to stop and pee. And I just wasted all kinds of his time. And he was really teed off when I pulled the cat out of the bag and he knew what I was doing. But it was a fun call. See, Marie, what time is it over there where you are? I know it's late, but I can't remember the time difference. Marie has been a long-time supporter of mine for my channel, and Amy, I live in Central North Carolina. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, click the like button for me. That goes for you too, Winja.
I just did. I just saw Slammer's thing and it reminded me to do it.
Yes, Amy, I'm in Central North Carolina. Been here practically my whole life. Mid-October, you went through. Where were you going? Thank you, Luke. Florida, yes, I've been to Florida. Love to go to Florida. One of my favorite places. Marie, it's 1:36. Okay, I knew there was several hours difference. Rage Torn, yes, this is live. This is a live test stream. Joe, still in the Civil War. Me and Winja talk about that a lot, don't we, Winja?
Yep, but me and Joe know who won.
Me and Winja give each other a hard time. Yes, the South still has the Confederate statues, the Confederate flags, everything. I don't fly a Confederate flag in my yard, but some people do.
That's right, Joe. I'm a good old Yankee boy.
But you know what I told Winja? When they won that war, they must have not been thinking too good, because the winters they have up there in New York, they should have took the South when they had the chance.
Yeah, that's one thing we forgot.
Well, thank you, Polestar. It has been a good test. Yeah, Joe, Winja has been blowing snow before, and I'll call him and tell him that I'm sitting out on my front porch in short sleeves at 71 degrees while he's blowing snow. So, Anita J., her great-grandpa was in the Civil War. That's great, Anita. I've had several, I guess they would be cousins from back years ago that were killed in the Civil War. And that was the, as we all know our history, that was the deadliest war of all time, the Civil War, right here on our own soil.
Well, my people didn't come here till after the Civil War. They waited till it was over with. And then they came over, because we're lovers, not fighters.
Yeah, I hear you there, Mr. Poland. I think your ancestors are from Poland, isn't that right?
Yeah, Poland.
You would never know it by your voice. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Gettysburg is nice, Anita. Lots of Civil War museums there. And Kuyang Chain. Hell, anyone married is technically in a Civil War.
Right.
That's true.
Like the police too, see?
Well, hey, Wengie, you're not the only one. Anybody know any good Polak jokes? I'm just kidding.
Can't say Polak. Just me and Flake can say Polak.
Oh, okay. Yes, Terry, boiled peanuts, they still sell them everywhere. I don't think there's a store in North Carolina that does not sell boiled peanuts. And, of course, moon pies and pickled pig's feet. And I have to say, pickled pig's feet are good. When'd you look what Joe just wrote?
That's a good one, Joe.
Too young. I once told a guy my last name was Chainsky, and I shortened it. Am I saying your name right? Is it Kuyang or K-Young? Oh, Terry, they're good. Pickled pig's feet are good. Plus the hot weenies, the Penrose weenies that they sell everywhere. Those are good. Pickled eggs, they're good. Key Young. Okay, I was close. Thank you. I appreciate it. Uh-oh, Wenja, look what Joe just put.
Uh-oh. Yep. That's how they got me out when I was a kid.
Okay, Marie, I appreciate you dropping by. That means a lot to me, my longtime subscriber. Hugs to you, and I will be doing a live stream soon. But I'll put a video out first, tell them when. So stay tuned for that. You have a good night's sleep, and we'll chat soon. Crab cake sandwiches. No, I don't like those, Flight. Anita J. I made pickled eggs using beet juice. Huh. Interesting. Laurie, I remember her grandmother and grandfather would eat pickled pig feet. Pickled pig's feet are good. Sandwiches with French fries in it. Yes, Sherry, we have a place here. It's called RO's Barbecue. They're famous for their barbecue. And they do a sandwich like that with their barbecue. And I ate one a long time ago. It was good. But I've tried to eat, here lately I've tried to eat healthy, so I'm trying not to do stuff like that.
Bill's got more jokes than me.
Okay, Marie, we'll see you soon. Thank you. We got something called pig brawn. It's jellied pig's head. Lovely. Now, you said that, Polestar. I have, believe it or not, eaten fried pig brains with scrambled eggs. You ever had that, Winja?
No. And I never will.
Someone stole my Corolla. Uh-oh.
It's down on the Texas border with Canada, like piled up with the rest of them down there.
I only eat it one time. I was not too fond of it, but I did try it years ago. Kay Young, I've had raw jellyfish. Did you like it?
That tastes like chicken.
Good night, mistress. I appreciate you dropping by. Good to see you. Well, do y'all want me to shut this down or you want to keep going? I'll leave it up to y'all. I'm good either way. You want to go till 10 o'clock? Or 10 o'clock my time? It's 9:45. We all need to go do goat yoga together. That's right, Sherry, we do. Beth, I give no personal info over the phone. Just play the dumb girl on the computer. That's the way to do it, Beth. Fried alligator, and it tasted like swamp. Fried gator can be good. I've had it before. It's good. I've had it, and it's not good. So go till 10 a.m. I don't think I'm going to do that, Luke. But I tell you what, I'll be glad to let you take over.
Thanks, Laurie. Laurie's leaving.
Okay, Laurie, you have a good night. Laurie, I appreciate you dropping by.
I think I'm going to leave too.
Do what, wouldn't you?
I'm starting to doze here. I think I'm going to leave too.
Well, go ahead if you want to.
Yeah, you can carry on here. Everybody seems to be having a good time.
Yeah, if they get too rowdy on me, I'll call you back.
Yeah, give me a shout.
All right.
You can wake me up.
Everybody tell Winja goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Nice talking to you all.
All right, Winja, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll talk to you then.
All right, see you then.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining in.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, flight 666. G-Man, 2 more months and I retire. Hey, that's great, flight. I'm retired now, and it's a great club to belong to, I'll tell you that. Of course, I do miss my job at times. I don't miss the crap I had to put up with, but I miss some of the good points of it. Sherry, thanks for introducing me to Winja. You're welcome, Sherry, if I was the one that done that. Winja's a funny person. I enjoy our conversations together, and he's a great scam baiter. Baltimore City firefighter, EMT. I hear you. I'm a former EMT. Not in Baltimore, of course, but. Beth, lucky man to retire at 57. Well, Beth, actually, I retired 7 years ago. I retired at, I was actually 50. I'll go ahead and tell you what I did. Most people know anyway. I was a state trooper here in North Carolina. Did that and enjoyed it. It was a good career. I enjoyed it. Seen some stuff I wish I hadn't have seen, but then again, seen a lot of good stuff too. But all in all, it was a good career, and I was lucky to get out of it unscathed. And, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, and, you know, I was lucky to get out of it unscathed, with no bullet holes in me, so I consider myself extremely lucky. Thank you for your. Do you watch Live PD, Beth? I don't watch a lot of cop shows. I do. I have seen Live PD, and I just don't watch a lot of cop shows. I really don't have a reason other than that's what I did, and I just don't do it. Anita J., thank you for your service to your community. Yes, ma'am. I do miss the guys I worked with. I worked with a lot of good people, and still stay in touch with them. And I actually went out to the office the other day. We had a little get-together, and it was great seeing everyone, and got to meet the new guys. And you want to meet the new guys because you never know when you're going to get pulled over. No, I'm just kidding. But I did. You say cop shows. Now I do have to say this. I did used to watch faithfully Reno 911. That was my cop show. And I'm sure some of y'all have seen Reno 911. Me too, Carl. Lieutenant Dangle. Gosh, he was something else. Yes, John, I'm glad to do it. Thank you, Kay Young. Joe, I have a great friend in Reno. Oh, Jazz, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Flight, I got pulled over by a North Carolina trooper. Uh-oh. Did he give you a break or did he hand you a piece of paper? Gave me a break. Okay, that's good. Glad he gave you a break. I gave breaks when I could. But I wrote my sheriff tickets too. I mean, sometimes you just can't give a break, you know, depending on what the violation is. Yes, and I see your conversation there, Joe. And Joe's a big gun supporter, and I am too. Oh, Beth, I got some great state trooper jokes. Hey, Carmen, great to see you. She's the sheriff. A little piece, I'm not familiar with that one. Beth, if you want to tell your joke here, hey, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Thank you, Carmen. I'm glad you do. I appreciate your words. Luke, I generally have one on me everywhere I go in the world we live in today. I mean, there's just too many crazies in the world. I hear you, Beth. State police ball. I've heard some jokes about the state police balls during my career. Indeed. Flight. Gee, man, my brother is a trooper. Maryland State. Cool. The Thin Blue Line Club. Terry Moore, will you be my bodyguard? Of course I will, Terry. You know that. I know this is cliche, but I do lots of martial arts, but still have guns. Cool, Kay Young. That's great. Rhode Island State Police don't have balls. I wish more people carried. Glock 19. That's a good gun. Y'all, I'll tell you, y'all want to hear a quick story of something that actually happened during my police career? It's a funny story. If you want to hear it, I'll tell it. If not, I won't. Don't matter to me. Okay, I got 3 or 4 tell it's. Okay, I'll tell it. Let's see, I retired in 2012, 7 years ago, and this was probably, I don't know, 5, 10 years before I retired. I was assigned to Mecklenburg County, which Mecklenburg County is Charlotte, North Carolina. Big area, busy area, lots of crazy people. And pulled over a car one day on Interstate 85. He was swerving all over the road, and it was a Mexican guy. He was 3 sheets in the wind. I knew when I got up to the car he was plastered. So I got him out of the car and took him back to my car, and we were talking. And within a minute or two, this guy was just a great guy. I mean, one of those people you just enjoyed being around. He was just funny. And so, you know, I told him why I pulled him over and everything, and we're sitting there talking, and I gave him the portable breathalyzer. Ended up he blew a .24, which is 3 times over the legal limit. And so he was not drunk. He was plastered. So anyway, I give him the portable breathalyzer, and I see the .24 on it, which I knew he was going to blow high. I had no doubt about it. And I told him, I said, sir, at this time I have to place you under arrest. And I read him his rights, and I handcuffed him. But he was so good, I handcuffed him in the front. You know, I didn't put his arms behind his back. I handcuffed him in the front. And he spoke. This guy spoke good English, and he looked at me. He said, like I said, he was a Mexican. He said, sir, can I ask you a question? I said, sure you can. Yeah. He said, what did I blow on the machine? What was my reading? I said, a .24. He goes, oh, good tequila, good tequila. That was funny when he did that. He had him some good tequila indeed. Made him blow a .24. Gee, man, have you ever had a passenger refuse to ID? I do it to my local PD, and they get some of it because they're used to people just handing over, and they can't arrest me. Yes, I have, Slammer, and it's a touchy situation. If the ones that refused to show me their ID, I had pulled them over because they had broken a law. And if you break a law, you know, I can't speak for other states, but North Carolina, if you break a law and you refuse to show your ID, you're going to go to jail and be arrested for it. I'm going to see your, well, not me, but they're going to see your ID with your cooperation or without it. You know, now at license checks, it's a different situation. And I'm not trying to get into being a lawyer or nothing like that here, but at a license check, it's totally different. If you have not committed a crime that they're aware of and you refuse to show it and you don't see or smell nothing coming out of that car, the best thing to do is to let them go. But like I say, if they have broken the law, it's a different situation. Joe, depends on the situation. I'll give you an example. If you pull a car over because they give out a warning or they put out an APB for a certain vehicle, possibly stolen, or occupants possibly robbed a bank somewhere, and you see a car matching that description, you pull it over, yes, everybody in that car has to show ID because you're acting under, it's an assumed assumption, but you have something to back your judgment up on with that. And but as far as just if you're writing someone a speeding ticket and you know the passenger would not have to show their ID, not on just a simple traffic stop or something like that. That is true, Joe. That's true, Mark. There's nowhere requires a passenger to carry ID, not that I'm aware of. And that's how it was done here in North Carolina. I cannot speak for any other state. And every situation's different, and you just had to play it the best you could. Scammer Slammer, G-Man, first scam baiter you ever heard. That would be Joe and Wenja. They were the first two I started listening to. And that's the reason I got into this, because of them. One of my things I enjoyed most about my job was when I was chosen for presidential detail. Because that's something you don't put in for presidential detail, you're chosen for it. And my last, I don't know, I guess 12 years or so, anytime president would come to Charlotte, I was always chosen for presidential detail, and it was always an honor to do that. And I've told people before, when you see Air Force One come in, and you're fortunate enough to win its part, you can get within feet of it. And whatever president's on board, whether you support him or not, it just runs chills up your spine to see that plane and how beautiful it is. And then the door opens up and off steps the president, you know. It's just a real cool assignment to get. Hoax Hotel was your first. Yeah, I watch him. He's good. Little Peace, you still here? Haven't seen you in the last few. G-Man, run alongside. No, that's only the Secret Service that does that. But the two I got the closest to would have been George Bush, the younger George Bush, and Obama. They walked within feet of me. And but you know, before you do presidential detail, you train for probably a month with the Secret Service, and if the president is within feet of you, you don't look at him, you look at the crowd. You don't reach out to shake his hand. If he reaches out to shake yours, you can shake it then, but that's the only time. Lots of rules you have to follow with a detail like that. Little Piece was rehearsing for her next line. Okay, good deal, Little Piece. Skeleton Siski, hello Q. Q, this started out being a 5-minute test stream, and been going for about 2 hours now. Did you ever meet Dan? But you know, to see Beth John. No, Beth, I don't remember that name. It would have been great if Obama poured a ciggy and had one with you. Okay, Young, I don't smoke. I used to, but I quit years ago. And Joe and Slammer, a while ago, you know, I was just telling you how things were done in North Carolina, you know, and every situation's different, you know. Oh, yes, I worked the Charlotte race. Oh, I hated that assignment. Those were 18 and 20-hour days. Traffic galore. 300,000 people and 299,000 of them are drunk. That was I was glad when I worked my last race detail before retirement. But yeah, the Highway Patrol always handles the traffic at the Charlotte racetrack because it's right off of an interstate and traffic backs up for miles down the interstate. Got to meet several of the drivers. So it had its perks. Okay, cool, Beth. Tell you what, we've been going 1 hour and 55 minutes. We'll go 5 more minutes. Sell some merch, G-Man. Okay, Young, if I had some, I would. Oh, yeah, Luke, no problem, no problem. I'm going to get up with you tomorrow about the upcoming. Yeah, thank you, Slammer. scammers always say local police. Jonathan, why do they say all the crap they say? Behind the bar, each and everything, federally recorded. Social Security is an investigating agency now. Jeez, they've got a way with words. Luke has a claim. I'll take your word for it, Slammer. Luke, if you're listening, we don't want to see pictures. Well, thank you, Flight 666. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kay Young. I'll cut you in on some of the profits there, my friend. Nita J, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. And thanks for being active in the chat. What kind of call, Joe? IRS, Social Security, tech. You got the number? I don't have my VM fired up. That's another thing I've got to talk to you about when I talk to you. Let's just hold off on the call. Let's just hold off on it. Because I'm really not set up for a call tonight. Joe, do you know a day we could possibly get together? Hey, kitty cat, great to see you. How you doing? Okay, just Joe, whenever you see that you can do it, just PM me and let me know. If you can, give me a shout out ahead of time if you can. If not, don't worry about it. Carmen, yes, Carmen, I did used to be in radio. I worked in radio for about 6 years. Been a long time ago, but I did used to work in radio. Still got cassette tapes of me when I was on the air, because that was before the days of CDs and internet and so on and so forth. But yes, actually, we talked about that earlier. That's right, Mark. I have the face for radio. I worked at a top 40 rock and roll station, and I was one of the air personalities. Most fun job I ever had in my life. Okay, guys, we've been going 2 hours. I think I'm going to wrap it up if y'all are okay with that. And Slammer checking out. Thank you, Slammer. I hope you'll join me, and maybe sometime we can hook up and make some calls. I appreciate you dropping by tonight. Buffering. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. But I will have a live stream coming soon. Joe, I'll look for you tomorrow. Luke, I'll look for you tomorrow. And the rest of you. And I'm going to leave you the way I always leave you. Till the next time, I wish you peace, love, joy, endless harmonies. And till the next time, let's just keep on keeping on. She's giving me the excitation. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitation. I'm picking up good vibrations. Gotta keep those love good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those love good vibrations are happening with her.